because the system doesn't put out the best guys out there. We always get a kind of a, we are always led down by the whole process. You get some, default option. And you have to live with it for years, for 5-6 years. And it is a responsibility of the citizen, I think, to always be vigilant. And not to get carried away by the fact that you cast a vote and the guy who you cast the vote for won. Things are not.
I mean, if I can, I know you hate definitions and being bounded in a pigeonhole, but if I can call you a citizen writer, to coin a new phrase, as it were, does the citizen writer, this is the citizen who can articulate herself or himself, does she or he have a greater burden of responsibility to have that vigilance, in a sense? Because not everyone has your talent.
No,
let's admit it.
Lakta Wickramasinghe said the poet is a bomb in the city, you throw a bomb and take notes. But why I don't see myself as I have not taken on the burden of sorting out society's
No,
problem.
you're not sorting it out, but are you interrogating it? And is that
that is a personal choice, and that's a personal need.
Right.
I need to find out what is happening. I need to get involved in one way or the other. I need to examine, I need to criticize, I need to applaud when I think I should. It's not a difficult thing. It's a necessary thing for me. I can't tell other people what they should do with their lives, but for me, I think it's an important part of my being and how I obtain meaning in my life, engagement. And I can do it in many forms. Poetry is just one, and that is the least public of all
But
my
perhaps the
writing.
most powerful. I mean, one never knows that you get a
No,
sense
but we
of that.
talked about the publisher's dilemma. How many people get to read it.
Well, actually, certainly those who experience aggression. But I also want to come back to your more political writing, the stuff that you do in the mainstream newspaper, which I've always found very engaging. And I went back, and I'm a fan. I read most of your columns as much as I can get my hands on. And I was going back through what I had. And in 2006, you had written something that again I found very, very interesting. When you locate it in today's context, you said I think you were the Nation at this time. You said, speaking about even the regime at the day, you said Mahinda Rajapaksa cannot defeat a two-bit gang led by a half-witted Patale figure if he goes about it in a manner that is ad hoc, that is in a manner like, let's ask Basil Malli, what does Gotha think kind of way. You said, and this is the important thing, where is the coordination between defense, foreign affairs and media? And you went on and you ended up saying that the problem is, to put bluntly, can Mahinda think? Now in 2006 those may have been valid questions. Today you might have better answers.
Yeah, I think that I would say Mahinda can think, or else someone who can think puts words in his mouth, one of the two. Because that coordination between defense, foreign media, that is happening. That is happening. Otherwise, how can they get away with telling people like David Miliband to, they got away with it. They're getting away with a lot of things, and I think that is because there is more synergy in these sectors. These three, although you get a lot of bad press about how a foreign minister, but by and large, whether foreign policy is robust or not, it depends on the foreign relations. We have excellent foreign relations. We make too much of what some senator says or some congressman says, but that is not the official policy of those states. So I think that in terms of executing this struggle against terrorism, yes, I think there is thinking happening and things are getting done. But that I'm not ready to say that everything is fine. In terms of this, yes, I think that the regime has been doing an excellent job and being very successful. But there are so many other things that we have to worry about. I don't think the economy is as dreadfully handled as some people make it out to be, but certainly in terms of getting our institutions right, getting our governance structures right, making democracy meaningful. Right now we are all very happy because the vast majority of people are with the president and the regime. So you are not very critical. Our guys are in power. What happens when the same institutions are used by someone else? No, how would a person who voted for Mr. Ranil Wickramasinghe think? No, this we can't. Not only does the 78 Constitution give you a dictatorship, whether you like it or not, it is giving you an ineffective opposition. That is also part of the 78 Constitution. We get definitely, always, necessarily an opposition that is impossible, that is very weak, that can't do a thing, that is waiting for some thing to fall from the sky so that the equation will change.
But
So
is it important to write or to
it
express?
is important to write, but we need to now we have very few options. 78 constitution cannot be changed without a 2/3 majority. There are so many obstacles. Now who is going to give this 2/3? The parliamentarians. It is against their self-interest to change the structures. So we need to have a very strong people's movement which actually talks about this. And no one is talking, but we are all caught up in this LTT thing, whether it's ethnic conflict, those are the issues that we've been talking about.
Malinda, it's been a pleasure having you on the program, and I do wish you all the very best for your writing, public and private. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.